Let's now generate some statistics by domain. Before I get into the UniCompare, let's take a look at the RMSP dots. So UniStats is a class that is used to generate summary statistics for one variable. UniCompare, on the other hand, will compare multiple instances of UniStats. So we could actually go ahead and generate multiple UniStats and give it as argument to UniCompare and make comparisons. However, for this very particular application where we are looking into comparing different statistics for one variable but in multiple domains, because this is a very common scenario, we do have a function or a method that does it for us. So the UniCompare will generate multiple UniStats objects for each domain and also globally, and allow us to generate quick comparisons. So in order to generate a UniCompare object by category, we need to specify our composites, which is the comps, and we need to specify the variable that we want to make the comparison, and also the domain column to inform the categories that we are going to calculate the statistics for. Note that we could specify a subset of categories if we wanted to, and we can also provide weights if we have them. So this first line of code will generate the UniCompare object. So let's just run this cell and then I will explain what happens next. This cell is generating a few outputs. After initializing the UniCompare object, we are creating an empty figure with 2 rows and 1 column and capturing the axis of that figure in this axis object. And then on the next line, we are using unicomps.boxplothist and adding the output of that plot to the first axis location, which is the first figure we see. The boxplothist will create a box plot shaped like a histogram based on the data density on each bin, and because we are setting plot global to true, it will display the global statistics, which is the first histogram that we see, and then it also shows for the outside shell and the inside shell. Because we set legend to true, it will also add the legend relative to the box plot to the right side of the figure. The next line of code here, we see that we are using the UniCompare to generate a table plot and add that to the second location or second row of the figure, without also adding the global statistics. So the result of that call is this table, where the first column here is the summary statistics for all the composites, so the global statistics, and then we have for the outside domain, and we have for the inside domain. And we just have all the standard summary statistics: number of data, mean, standard deviation, coefficient of variation, minimum, P10, P50, P90, and maximum. So that's being generated by these 3 lines of code. And then outside of the initial figure, I have a additional figure here, which is QQ plot. So this QQ plot is basically just comparing the distributions. In this case, it's comparing the domain statistics to the global distribution. So we can see that inside the great shell, we are consistently above the global distribution, and outside the great shell, we are mostly below the global distribution.